Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. We're going to have the second game of today's day coming up between the Lynnhaven Bluefish and Great Net Stingrays. This game is brought to you by John's Tax Service. As we're going to listen in now to today's starting lineups.
Number 9, Cole. Number 11, Caleb Rafal. Number 12, Nate Wallace. Number 13, Jackson Black. Number 17, Christopher Prettyman. Number 22, Rowan Smith. And number 23, Ryan Piccola. The Stingrays are coached by Ben Stahl and Alec Fleckley. And now for the number 2 seed, Lynnhaven Blues. Number 10, Connor Gensler. Number 14, Andrew Johnson. Number 15, Sawyer Roberts. Number 16, Charlie Williamson. Number 21, Tanner Batafarano. Number 22, Cameron Gower. Number 23, Jace Johnson. Number 24, Drew Hartman. Number 29, Sam Jose. Number 30, Dax Yang. And number 99, Luke Jones. The Blues are coached by Juice Pantafla and Travis Roush. At this time, we would like for everyone to direct your attention to the scoreboard, and please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we just saw, we had the opening lineups announced and the playing of our national anthem.
November 4th, right here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
As you just heard, winner of this game will play against Bridgetown Middle School in the Virginia Beach City Championship game that will be held on November 4th right here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. So be sure to come out and support. Just a reminder, though, if you can't be here in person, today's games, as well as many other VBMS playoff soccer games, are being streamed live on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex website. All you have to do is go to beachsportsplex.com, click streaming, and then click on the link below. But while you're there, just remember to subscribe to our newsletter made by yours truly. My name is Jacob Zidow, and thank you for joining me here. We have an exciting matchup coming to us very soon between the Stingrays and the Bluefish. As it looks, the Bluefish are going to kick off today's game. As you see, the kick is underway, and so are we. As the Great Neck player tries to get around his defender and gets stopped. As you see, the ball is going to be thrown back into play by number 10, Connor Gesner of Lynnhaven. Just getting started here. Still in the first 2 minutes of today's game. If you weren't with us earlier, we had our first game that took place here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. The game was between the Princess Anne Panthers and Plaza Trojans. The game started at 5:30. Princess Anne ended up coming away with the win at 1-2-0. Scored a goal late in the middle of the second half. Were able to hold the lead, and they advanced to the championship. Again, that game will be played on November 4th here at the Sportsplex between the winner of this matchup. So be sure to set a reminder and come out and support. So as you know, if you haven't visited the Virginia Beach Sportsplex recently, we were under construction for a little bit. Put up some new railings, and the first level is now open, so come out and watch from the stands. Be sure to stop by concessions and grab yourself a snack while you're here. As we see, Great Necks had good amount of possession for the first part of this half. Number 10 throwing it in again for Lynnhaven. .24 for Lynnhaven kicks it down the field. Playing some good defense. While the ball gets brought back into play by Lynnhaven, I'd like to remind everybody that the Virginia Beach Sportsplex would like to thank the official following sponsors: AstroTurf, Land Bay Mortgage, CHKD Sports Medicine, Chicho's Pizza, Dairy Queen, John's Tax Service, One Life Fitness, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Vault Athletics, Why Not Italian, and Zoop Eatery. Also like to remind everybody that today's game is officially presented by John's Tax Service. Big thank you to them. John's Tax Service is a proud community supporter of local youth sports. They're happy to support the sports, and the athletes taking part with pride for their school. So if you need any help with your taxes, be sure to reach out to them. And number 10 there, or number 14, sorry, for Lynnhaven, looks to take the ball off the front of him. Gets nailed in the head with it. Looks to be okay, though. Maybe just a little shaken up. Number 3, kicking in it toward his goal. Number 14 looks to turn around and try to take a shot on the goal, but not sure he realized where he was on the field as the ball went out of play. Good amount away from the goal. It's all right, though. Sure, he'll have another opportunity or two. That's number 3, Jace Johnson for you. Number 23 for Great Neck. Looked to have saved it, but the ref does blow it out of play. Or does rule it out of bounds, I'm sorry. Lynnhaven looked like they would have had a chance there if their player was able to get there, but came up just a little bit short. Ball went pretty far out of bounds, so it's going to take them a minute to bring it back into play. We look to have a corner shot coming up for Lynnhaven, their first of today's game. We are only 7 minutes into this contest, still at a 0-0 score. Corner kicked in. Didn't make it to any of his teammates, though, so Great Neck looks to go on a fast break. Ball set in there pretty well, just a little bit hard by number 23, Jace Johnson. Great Neck player is able to juke his defender, number 13 right there. Got it around him. Tried kicking it into his teammate. Number 4 was able to gather it. Number 4 for Great Neck looks to push over number 24 of Lynnhaven. And we have another collision right around the 40-yard line. And the Lynnhaven looks to gain possession. Throughout the first about 9 minutes, Lynnhaven looks to be trying to set themselves up on some good fast breaks. Maybe just kicking it a little bit too hard. A little bit too much of power. They look to be pretty accurate though, so have to think they'll fix those mistakes and find a way to get themselves another opportunity like that corner kick we saw a minute ago. A little bit of shoving going on between the two players. Nothing too serious though. And number 12 for Lynnhaven looks to Number 24 looks to push over a Great Neck player. And the ref was right there. He still wasn't called for a penalty of any sort. Number 23 now goes down for Lynnhaven as the ball rolls out of play. A little bit of a net right there, so player had a little bit of a hard time getting to it. Without further ado, though, he does get to it, and we are going to have a free kick coming right outside of the circle for Great Neck. Looks like number 10 for Great Neck, Nate White, is going to be taking the kick, as he does have two defenders standing in front of him. Looks to kick it over their head into the middle. Looks like one of his teammates almost had a good opportunity there with a header, but it does go slightly over him. Ball thrown into play by a Lynnhaven player. Makes its way almost down to the other side of the field. Is eventually kicked out by one of the Stingrays. Pass thrown in to number 15 of Lynnhaven. Looks to be a free kick coming up for number 23 of Lynnhaven. That's Jice Johnson. Looks to kick it in almost all the way down to the goal. Kicks it right outside the square, and ball gets played out by a defender. Which looks like the Stingrays, if they find a way to get one of their players near it, will go on a fast break. A little bit of back and forth play between the two teams. Looks like Great Neck still has a chance to get that. Ball eventually kicked out by a Stingray. Looks like number 10, Connor Gesner, will be throwing it back in for the Blues of Lynnhaven. That Bluefish. Sorry about that. One of my papers says Blues for some reason. Just a little bit of a mistake. Nothing too serious, though. Number 10 sets up his teammate right there after passing it out wide. Nothing comes to mount, though. And the ball goes out of play. No foul called. As you probably heard, a couple of the fans were yelling that should be a foul, but the ref didn't think so. If you're now just joining us, we've still got 16 minutes remaining here in the first half between Lynnhaven and Great Neck. The score still sits at 0-0. Had one corner kick for Lynnhaven so far. Nothing came from it, though. No, they're the only ones who had the corner. Great Neck has had most of the possession arrow, or has had more time of possession. Well, we have a whistle balloon. I'd like to take a minute to give a shout out to AstroTurf. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward thinking. Today, AstroTurf continually improves its system design to deliver playing services with the most realistic, sport-specific performance, Longest lasting durability and sound player protection. AstroTurf. Now, as you can see here, AstroTurf is the brand of the turf, or is the company of the turf that is seen here that the players are currently on. So if you're in the market for some turf, make sure to check out AstroTurf. Looks like some players thought a flag should have been called there, or not a flag, a penalty. After juking out a player right there, number 4 for Great Neck, it's taken down by the defender, number 22, Cameron Glock. That was number 4, Jacoby Hayos, who had that great opportunity. As you see, number 10, Nate White, is going to be kicking it in for Great Neck. Or be putting it back into play around the 30-yard line. As you probably heard, he seemed to be a little bit frustrated as he was trying to get a little bit more air on that one. Ended up going a little bit short. Bounced toward his teammate, but bounced too low to get it to him. Oh, good opportunity right here for number 20. Jukes around a defender. Looked to maybe had an opportunity, but didn't fully get to in time before number 21 of Lynnhaven did. Number 22 of Lynnhaven tries to clear it. Doesn't get it but too far. Looks like Lynnhaven has a good opportunity to go on a fast break themselves. That fast break comes to an end very shortly. Looks like number 4 for Great Neck is going to throw it in. Just realized I've been saying Princess Anne, which Princess Anne was our last game. That is Lynnhaven in the blue and Great Neck in the white and black. Teams still look to be going back and forth here. Looked like Great Neck might have had an opportunity if the player was able to get to it, but the goalie got there first and throws it forward. Looks like Lynnhaven has a good opportunity on his own. Player has one person to beat, but overruns the ball. He eventually gets taken down, which looks like a whistle was blown, so they are going to have a free kick coming up from right around the 27 or 28-yard line. Number 24 for Lynnhaven, Drew Hartman, about to take the free kick. Actually, never mind. It looks like number 23, Jace Johnson's going to actually take it, as Drew's going to move into the box. Jace takes a kick at it. Ball curves left to the goal, and the goalie is able to corral it. Goalie kicks it away. Go 20 yards down the field. Gives his team possession, who looks like they are about to have a good fast break on their own. Number 13 was looking for somebody to be open. Luckily, his teammates coming down the side of the field. Was able to get to it. Tried to play it in, but didn't have much on it. You see Great Neck has a little bit of a thing going for him. Looking like they have a little bit of a plan here. As we know, soccer's all about the strategy. Gives number 22, his teammate, a good opportunity on it, but does get stopped by a defender. Number 23, Johnson, looks to reset it. Number 12 makes a juke. And we'll get to one of his defenders. Number 4 for Great Neck. Jacoby Hayes right there on the slide trying to stop the ball. Does get past him though. Number 10, Connor Gesner. Looking to throw it in for Lynnhaven here. Ooh, number 10 looks to go down for Great Neck. Whistle called. Going to give the possession back to Great Neck. So that was a penalty on Lynnhaven there. Number 4 right there looked to try to pass it to his teammate. Didn't have much on it though. The defender was able to get there first. Player for Lynnhaven going to give his teammates a little bit of time to get back onto the other side of the field before he throws it in. Able to juke around the defender too. Cross it in. Didn't have much on it though. Probably wishes he would have put some more power on it though, because he did have a teammate down there with nobody in front of him. Looks maybe he might have another chance right here. This time though, he takes a shot at the goal though. Goalie able to jump up a little bit and knock it down. Regather and then throw it to one of his teammates toward the middle of the field. Number 4, Jacoby Hayes for the Stingrays right there. About to throw it in. So I don't know where he wants to throw it. Looks like Lynnhaven might have him played pretty well. Number 10 right there, Nate White. Eventually kicks it out of bounds for Great Neck, which will make it Lynnhaven ball. Player takes an angle on the ball. Looks to kick it forward. Number 14 for Lynnhaven wasn't able to control it though. As the ball gets stopped by Lynnhaven. Trying to reset it to get to the other side of the field. Also like to remind everybody that we'd like to thank Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. Lending peace of mind, they're not your typical mortgage company. They understand getting a mortgage can be stressful, but they are here to help every step of the way. They're dedicated to providing you an enjoyable journey from start to finish. Land Bay Mortgage Group. As Lynnhaven looked to have something going there, but eventually gets stopped by the Stingrays, who try to kick a goal, but it is stopped. As the goalie kicks it back out, also like to thank Vault Athletics and Fitness. The Vault Fitness facility in Hampton Roads' newest 13,000 square feet facility is located in the hilltop section of Virginia Beach. Vault Athletics and Fitness, they specialize in youth athlete development, personal training, small group training, and specialty fitness classes. That is Vault Athletics and Fitness. I'd like to remind everybody, be sure to join us tomorrow for the girls' middle school playoff games, right back here at the Sportsplex and streamed live at the Beach Sportsplex website at beachsportsplex.com. Right where you are today. So be sure to come back and tune in. Should be some exciting games. If you're a fan of women's soccer, probably saw Carly Lloyd get retired or have her final game as she announces retirement after a very long and successful career for the United States women's national team. Great Neck player probably wishes he had that opportunity again, because probably thinks it would have been better to just take a shot at the goal instead of trying to pass it to a teammate. Either way, though, nothing came to it. And while we have a little break, we'd also like to thank Zoop Eatery. At Zoop Eatery, you can build the perfect boxed lunch, a customizable and individually packaged meal for your convenience. You choose from their wide variety of soups, fresh salads, and made-to-order sandwiches. They're all served with a hunk of bread and dessert. There's something for the whole crew at Zoop Eatery. Still have just about a little bit over 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Still sitting at a score of 0-0. First half of today's game between Princess Anne and Plaza ended the same way at halftime. They were sitting at a 0-0 score. Princess Anne did end up scoring a goal in the second half and came away with the win. And they will wait to see the winner of this game for the championship that will be played on November 4th here at the Sportsplex as well. As you see, Lynnhaven try to go on a little bit of a fast break here. Also like to thank Chicho's Pizza, a beach institution since 1968. Chicho's Pizza has been serving the best pie around for over 50 years. You can choose from the single founding location to now 8 locations around our area. Stop in or order online to find out why they are Hampton Road's favorite. Chicho's, more than pizza. Play the cards right here. Great Neck looked to have a little bit of an opportunity. Nothing came from it, as it was stopped by a defender before getting kicked into the square or the box. Now hitting the 2 minutes left in this half. Great Neck player number 4, Jacob Hayos, looked to have a good opportunity on that kick. Didn't get too much on it though, so the goalie was able to dive to his left and stop it. And as the whistle blows, that looks to be the end of our first half here. We're going to go into halftime with the score of 0-0 between the Lynnhaven Bluefish and the Great Neck Stingrays. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here. My name is Jacob Zell. We will be right back here with you once the second half begins. Till then, please enjoy some commercials from our sponsors. Thank you.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
Wherever,
however.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve, for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We are about to begin the second half of today's game between the Lynnhaven Bluefish and Great Neck Stingrays. This is Virginia Beach Middle School Soccer playoffs coming from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This is a semifinal game. At the end of the first half, we have a score of 0-0. The second half looks to begin in any moment. Just like to remind everybody before we get going here that playoffs are here. So if you can't be here in person today, well, good news. Today's game, as many others, are being for the VBMS playoff games are being streamed live on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex website. Don't miss any action. Go to beachsportsplex.com, click streaming, and then click on the link below. I'll bring you right back here. Had a pretty interesting game so far. Both teams going back and forth. Each looked to have a good couple opportunities, but nothing came from any of them. Hope everybody has had a wonderful Wednesday. Maybe you're sitting at home watching this or stuck at work. Or who knows, maybe you're actually here and just wanted to listen to a broadcast. Either way, thanks for joining. Since Lynnhaven started the game off, looks like Great Neck is going to kick us off for the second half. As we see right there, the second half is underway. As we see there, ball kicked down into the square by Great Neck Stingrays. Not much to do with it though, as there's more defenders than teammates around there for them. Looks like the Stingrays were going to try to have a corner kick there, but whistle is blown. Since the whistle is blown, we gave back possession to Lynnhaven, who looks to kick it off. Probably looking to get it away from inside their own. Ball rolls out of play before number 14 of Lynnhaven, Andrew Johnson, can get there. As the defender kicks it out of play, Johnson's going to throw it in again. Johnson gets blocked by a defender who looks like he might have had an opportunity there for Lynnhaven. Number 4 for Great Neck right there. Jacoby Hayes, you saw, got another touch in today's action. Pass it down to a teammate who got it near their goal, or near the opponent's goal, but Ball gets kicked out. Ball goes out of play as it hits one of the coaches. Well, we have a little break in the action. I'd like to thank CHKD Sports Medicine. Whether your child is competing as part of a football team, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory, the multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine program is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of injury and illness in pediatric and college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine. Whistle blows around the 25-yard line. Ball going the other way. Gives Great Neck possession. After a penalty is called against the Lynnhaven player, number 22, Cameron Gawk. And it looks to kick it down to the other side of the field. Stopped by a defender. Lynnhaven player jukes a couple of his defenders. Number 24. That would pass it in number 14, who looks to have a shot here. Looked to not be able to gain control of it, though. Had a great opportunity there. It would have been, if it would have been able to just use a little bit more of the other side of his foot and keep it toward the goal. Looked like the left side of the goal was wide open for him, as the goalie was a little bit too much to the right. As you heard, the crowd got kind of excited there. That would have been our first goal of the game, as we still sit at 0-0 with 23 minutes remaining here in the second half. To have more excitement coming soon. As you know, these teams are gonna probably get a little more nervous and anxious to find a way to get on that scoreboard, because they know they don't want to go home as the loser. Looks like we're going to have a corner kick coming up for Lynnhaven. Looks like number 23, Josh Johnson's going to be taking that kick. He's not easily receiving the ball, but there isn't a teammate running down there near him, so I have to think he is going to be kicking it. As he kicks it in toward the area. Ball gets kicked by one of his teammates and into the net for goal. The first goal of today's action comes by the Bluefins. That looked to be number 15, Sawyer Roberts, who was able to chip it in for him. Never mind, that was actually kicked off by number 21, Tanner Batafarani, who looked to get us on the scoreboard here. As we see, Stingrays look to counter, but that counter was stopped. Ball thrown into play by Lynnhaven. I have to think, even though that Lynnhaven probably feels pretty comfortable at this moment, that they would definitely like to get another goal. As the ball goes out of play, on the other side, looks like we are going to have another corner. This corner, though, coming from the other side. Number 23, Josh Johnson kicking it in for Lynnhaven. Ball kicked and goes in again. Second goal for Lynnhaven in a matter of 2 minutes. Couldn't really tell who kicked that one, so we'll wait for the PA announcer to tell us. That goal was scored by number 22, Cameron Guck. Just one number above his teammate who hit the last one. Or who scored the last one, sorry, just a minute ago. So now Princess Anne sits comfortably at Lynnhaven sits at a comfortable 2-0 lead here, with 20 minutes still remaining in this game. Both goals, as you just saw, came off corner kicks, which I have to think, after 2 successful ones, only having 3 on the day, so at a 66% rate, I have to think that Lynnhaven would definitely like to get another corner kick. Maybe see if they can even get a third one to make it 3 in a row. As you see, Great Neck has a little bit of momentum going on their side. Ball was so close to making it to one of his teammates. Goalie came so far up that if that teammate would have gotten there, definitely would have had a good chance of making it a goal. But since the ball was kicked out of play between the goal and the flag, we are going to have a corner kick, the first for Great Neck now. A lot of corner kicks coming in this 5 minute, in between this 5 minute range of about, I'd say, 22 and 17 minutes. Can't say that was as good as a corner kick, though, as Lynnhaven had. Lynnhaven's made it a little bit closer to the middle of the circle, or to where the teammates were, but without further ado, we move on. And while we move on, I'd like to take a minute to thank John's Tax Service. Providing tax preparation and retirement planning services, John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for over 20 years. They're the best thanks to you, John's Tax Service. As the whistle blows, looks like it is going to be in possession of Great Neck. Ball being placed back at the 15-yard line. Looks to be a free kick into the box. For Great Neck kicks this, it looks like the goalie for Lynnhaven is trying to line up his teammates. Luckily, though, for them, the kick by Great Neck player number 10, Nate White, goes over the goal and out of play. As we can see, the goalie decided to hop over the fence and go get the ball himself, so we'll give him a minute to get back into play. While we give him that minute, we'd like to thank Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. If you're like me and have a couple projects you still need to do around the house before it becomes wintertime, but you can't find that time to do it, make sure you give them a call and they'll be able to help you with that. And just like that, only 3 minutes after Lynnhaven scores their second goal, Great Neck scores their first goal. Look to come by number 10 of Great Neck, number 2 of Great Neck, Brody Ward. Haven't said his name much today, so good for him to be able to get onto that scoreboard. And because of that, we now sit at a 2-1 game with a little bit over 15 minutes remaining. And number 2 gets the ball back again. This kid is on fire. And Great Neck player's taken down. Whistle blows for a referee. That was number 10, Nate White, who got taken down right around the 20-yard line, where it looks like the official will be placing it. Or referee, I'm sorry. And they look to have another free kick. That is number 10. See if Nate White can get anything on this one. His last free kick, not too far from where he is, just a little bit to the left. It went over the goal, so maybe he made a little bit of adjustments, which you see he did. Sadly, though, that went right to the goalie this time. So we play on. Have to think after he made the adjustment to not kick it over the goal. Maybe next time he won't kick it over the goal, but will make a way to not kick it to the goalie. If he's able to make his second or third adjustment. Been paying attention. Looks like Great Neck has definitely gained the momentum here. Has shifted their way after giving up 2 goals only about a minute apart around the 20-minute mark. As it looks, though, Lynnhaven turned that right back to them, and the goalie does kick it out of bounds. Clears it out of bounds, which means even though it's still in Lynnhaven possession, Great Neck stopped the fast break. Number 15 for Great Neck, Sawyer Roberts throwing it in. Ball going back and forth between both teams here. Looks like they settled down a little bit after scoring 3 goals in a matter of about 5-6 minutes. Number 17 saves it for Great Neck. And the goalie for Lynnhaven is able to clear it. all the way down to the other side of the field. And while we give them a minute to bring that ball back into play, we'd like to thank Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. They're bursting with fresh flavors. They offer grab-and-go catering and box lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe on Prince Anne Road, right across the street from TCC's Virginia Beach campus. After that ball goes out of play, have a little bit over 11 minutes remaining here. Ball gets thrown into play. Player tries kicking it, but misses. Looked to be number 9 for Great Neck. Maybe he was a little bit injured at the end of it, but did get up and is okay. Ball is kicking, ricocheted off a Great Neck player. Means Lynnhaven will keep possession of the ball. As we see, Lynnhaven was able to dribble it down to the other side of the field. Number 14 makes a good move, but is eventually tripped by a defender. No penalty called, though, by the referee. Number 2 jukes a player of his own. While players getting nutmegged here in the last 30 seconds. And now 21 does look like he is going to get the penalty called, but he does look to be injured this time, so we'll see if he's all right or not. Number 23 for Lynnhaven, Josh Johnson, gonna kick it back into play for him. Penalty didn't happen too far away from his goal, so he's able to kick it into the box. Whistle is blown again, right around the penalty kick line. Puts it in possession of Great Neck, who kicks it down the field and looks to get back onto the side of the field they want it on. Which they look to be doing pretty easily, actually. Or pretty fast, as I should say. As that ball is going to dribble out of bounds again, I'd like to also thank Why Not Italian. Celebrating over 28 years in Hampton Roads, their commitment to excellent ingredients, traditional recipes, and treating their customers like family is what has allowed them to serve delicious food to their community since 1993. You can dine in with them at any one of their 7 locations, including their newest Haygood location on Independence Boulevard. So if you're looking for something to have for dinner tonight, Why Not Italian? Ball crossed into play. No teammate to be found, though. One teammate overran it just a teeny bit, so the goalie was able to get there. Kicked it really high up in the air. The ball finally comes back down. Great Neck still looked to have control of it. Or not Great Neck. Lynnhaven looked to have control of it. Goalie was able to make another stop. Looks to make a little bit of a better kick on this one, which he does. Makes it a little bit further down the field. Number 23, Chase Johnson, looking to dribble past some defenders. Looks to kick it toward the goal. Goalie stops it before it goes out of bounds to the right of the goal. And after a couple minutes, now we have 6 minutes remaining. So, getting down to the wire here. Great Neck still trails Lynnhaven at a score of 2-1. As you can hear, the planes are going over right now from our local military. Number 13 for Lynnhaven plays it in. I think this might be one of the best opportunities Great Neck gets in this game here to tie it up with not much time remaining. That ball looked to go out of play, but no referee to make the call. Jukes around a couple defenders, crosses it into one of his teammates who is there for the header, but a little too far away to make it anything, or turn it into anything. He didn't have much on that header, so ball dribbled pretty slowly to the goalie. Goalie was able to pick it up before number 2, Brody Ward, was able to get there. Brody Ward scored the first game for Great Neck in this game. As you see, number 30 throws it in for Lynnhaven. And that looks like there will be a penalty called on that after number 20 of Lynnhaven trips up a player for Great Neck. Right around the 20-yard line. As you see, number 10 for Great Neck looks to have a free kick in. Ball is batted out and then recovered by the goalie for Lynnhaven. Number 2, Brody Ward looked to have a goal right here. Have a chance on that goal. Kicked it a little bit too much to the right. Ball eventually does roll out of play. Brody had a really good chance right there to score his second goal. Ward tied up the game for his team. Now hitting the 3 minutes left mark. Remaining in this second half. Goalie did not do a good job there clearing the ball as it went right to a defender, but was cleared by one of his teammates very shortly after they recovered it. And you see, Great Neck's had a good amount of the possession here recently. As you can think, they are definitely on the attack. Looks like maybe the momentum shift Lynnhaven's way here a little bit. Player looks to cross it in. Only had one teammate there. Was a little bit behind where he kicked it. Brody Ward right there controlled the ball a little bit. Trying to slow it down to give his teammates a chance to get in front of him. And now that we've hit 2 minutes remaining, the official time will be kept on the field now. So if you want to know how much time is remaining, just count down right now from 1:50 in your head, and then you'll know. Kick out of bounds by number 15 for Lynnhaven. Looking to stop the as we can see a substitution coming in here. Number 14 going out for Lynnhaven. Might be one of the few attempts Great Neck has left if they were able to get that closer. Have to think Lynnhaven is definitely in favor of winning this game with only about a minute left. Ball brought back a little bit toward the middle of the field. We can see if they can get anything going on the other side. As that ball rolls out of play. I think we have a little bit less than a minute remaining. And Lynnhaven looking to clear it there. Does a good job of it. Maybe even getting down to a teammate. Maybe kicked it a little too hard, but that's all right. Those are just trying to waste the time now. Look to go out on Lynnhaven. So Great Neck probably have their last opportunity here, trying to get down to the other side of the field. So close to another opportunity there. Looks like the player might have kicked it a little bit while the goalie had his hands on it. As the Lynnhaven player was going down. Goalie for Great Neck going to kick it again. And that looks like that is the end of our game. As Lynnhaven moves on to the city championship after feeding the Great Neck Stingrays at a score of 1-0. Had 3 goals scored in this game. The 2 for Lynnhaven coming by number 21, Tanner Batafaranano, and 22, Cameron Gok, seemed to be enough to give Lynnhaven the win. With that being said, just like to remind everybody, tomorrow we do have the women's games coming up here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, and they will also be streamed live at beachsportsplex.com. Just like to thank everybody coming out today, or everybody that came out today, and everybody that watched live right here on our website. From our team, Chuck Thornton, Nick Senti, Dennis McEwen, My name is Jacob Zell. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you here soon. If not, be sure to check out many of the more streams we will be doing. Thank you, and have a nice night.